Hello? Yeah. Last week we talked about avarice, envy, right? Envy. Actually, envy is a selfish. Cannot hear properly? Okay. Here, the avarice is a selfish desire that you don't want to share. With other people. So actually, this is very bad mental state. So therefore, according to Salini, the commentary of the first Abhidhamma, the commentary of actually the reason why I use this one is when we have a question, then I can go into that. For that reason, I use this one. I know that it's not quite clear for the people at the behind. Of course, if I use this one, it's much clearer for recording as well. But this is good when you ask question, and I can go there and listen, then easier, huh? Easier. So according to the commentary of the first Abhidhamma text, so as you know, Sotapanna, he eradicates the wrong view and the doubt. Two mental state, right? Two mental state. But according to that commentary, so Sotapanna also eradicate another two mental state. So that is the envy and avarice. Envy and avarice. Asa and Macharia. Because the reason, so these are very strong negative mental state. So it shows that it's a very strong negative mental state. So as you know, even though the Pali Canon mentions that Sotapanna eradicate only two mental state, wrong view and doubt, but he also eradicate very bad emotion, very bad negative mental state. So he still have a greed, but that greed is not very strong. He still have anger or hatred, but that is not very strong. So these greed, hatred, getting the level of greed and hatred is getting lesser and lesser, softer, right? So here, according to commentaries, Sotapanna eradicate envy and avarice. So as you know, the envy and avarice are under hatred, according to Abhidhamma, right? Actually, they are closely related to greed. So according to Pali Canon, it is not among the wrong view or doubt, right? Wrong view or doubt. So that's very important that we can understand that envy and avarice are very strong negative mental state, right? And then we should try to reduce as much as possible. So that's all about envy and avarice. Is there you have any question regarding with envy and avarice? Oh, the quality of Sotapanna. Actually, we have learned in the first chapter, right? So as you know, the quality of Sotapanna, he have a very firm faith in the triple gem. So actually, I have explained that for those who become Sotapanna with the simile, so there is a ghost in that room. So actually, of course, we're afraid. But I do not believe whether the ghost stay there or not. All right? The one day I came down to check electricity and aircon. then I encounter with the ghost, right? Then I firmly believe that there is a ghost in the room. Just example, right? Just like that, Sotapanna, he know the nature of five aggregate or the nature of mind and matter. So they are impermanent. He himself understand, right? With own understanding, own wisdom, not by Dhamma talk, not by reading. For that reason, he firmly believes that what the Buddha taught is right. Right? So intuitive knowledge, we call it intuitive knowledge, right? By our own wisdom. So therefore, he doesn't have any doubt about teachings of the Buddha. And he doesn't have any doubt about the one who taught his teaching, the Buddha, right? And there are many Sanghas who practice the Dhamma and realize it. There's no doubt about, right? Earlier, before you began Sotapanna, you might have doubt about, is there any Sotapanna in the world? Or is there Arahant in the world, right? Because now you became a Sotapanna. So this is one quality. Actually, today we will learn about the faith, the saddha in Pali, we will learn today. So one of the qualities of the Sotapanna is he has a very, we call it unwavering faith in the Triple Gem, right? That's one quality. Another quality is he will not he will not break any precept, especially 5 precepts. He will not. Even if he was threatened to die, right? He will not. So there's a 2 quality, right? Okay. So, of course, another quality is he doesn't have envy and avarice, right? He's honest, he's open-minded. So these are qualities of Sotapanna, right? Okay, so let's go to another one. Another one is a remorse, kokocha, or remorse or regret. I think that is very important negative mental state we should know. I was trying to elaborate the meaning of remorse, right? Actually, English word we know, we have a lot of regret, we have a lot of remorse in our life. So what Buddhism talk about remorse? Kokocha is a subsequent regret and worries over the unwholesome deed that you have done. Unwholesome deed that you have done. Another one is the wholesome deed that you haven't done. Quite clear, right? Quite clear. That is kokocha. That's remorse. Normally we have a regret for 2 reasons, right? 2 reasons. Something that you have done wrong, right? So if you do something wrong in the past, you have a regret or remorse. So therefore, Buddhism always emphasizes that not to do any evil, to do good. Another one is to purify our mind, right? To purify our mind means we have to purify our mind not to have those 40 unwholesome mental state, right? So that is the teachings of the Buddha in Dhammapada. Everyone knows that the very famous verses, right? Here, remorse, 2 characteristics. So you have a remorse that you have done something unwholesome deed in the past. Then that is, if you have a regret or remorse, that is negative mental state according to Abhidhamma. That's not good. Of course, we have done a lot of bad deeds in the past, right? If you have a regret or remorse, that is negative mental state, akusala, right? Akusala. Of course, sometimes we may not, we didn't do anything good in the past, right? Then we have a regret for that. That's also not good. That's very important. We are talking about in the past, right? But here I didn't write I write I want to say the very short one. I have done something wrong, thinking that you have a regret, right? Or remorse. That is an awesome deed. And also, I haven't done anything good. Another one, I should have done something good, right? I should have done something good. So that is regret. Normally, the commentary mentions only two. I have done something wrong. I haven't done anything good, right? But senior, I will call it a senior martyra or senior monks in ancient time, they added another one. I should have done something good when I was young, right? I should have done something good last year. Like this, right? So these are the remorse in according to Abhidhamma. I think that's not difficult, right? Quite easy, but it's not easy to practice. Because our mind always go back to the past, right? Then we have a regret. Regret automatically come into our mind. So actually, how to practice not to have a remorse. That is the answer, right? That is the answer. Today I will touch on that. So Theravada commentary beautifully describe how not to have a remorse in our life. That's very beautiful one. So that is taught to the cousin or the venerable Sariputta, taught by the Buddha. So the Buddha said that neither regretting the past nor chasing after the future, one sustains with the present. With the present. So that is called contentment, right? Santoti. That's very important practice, I think that. So here, not to regret the past, right? We have done something, many things in the past. We have taught to good or bad things, or we have done something good or bad things. For that we have a regret. But according to here, neither regret in the past. So we don't have to regret thinking about for the past, right? Then one. Another one is chasing after the future. That's really not clear, but it's a very short verse, short stanza. So therefore, the teaching is not clear. Then I will write my explanation. That means we don't have to think about the past. It doesn't mean that we don't have to think about the past or the future, right? We don't have to think about. But we can think over the past or plan for the future without any regret or worry. That's very important one. So that doesn't mean that we don't have to think about the past or think about the future. But we can think or we can plan without regret, without worry. Once sustained with the present. Once sustained with the present. That's very important one. Now we have to sustain or we have to contend with the present moment. The present material well-beings or present our appearance, our place. So we have to sustain with the present moment. So that is called contentment. called contentment. If I need, I will use. So here it's talking about how to stay without regret, right? That's very important one. This is a Buddhist perspective, a Buddhist teachings, how to manage regret, right? Or remorse. So here, the Buddha talk about three things. Number one, do not regret the past. That means we can think the past, you can review the past experience, but you don't have to regret over it, right? And number two, chasing after the future. Normally we are thinking about the future. So what will happen tomorrow? What will happen next 1 year, 10 years? When I grow old like this, right? So actually we are chasing after the future. Of course we can plan for the future, but without regret for the future, without worry, right? Without worry. So actually the most important point here is, if you are doing wrongdoing all the time, of course remorse will automatically come in. But you have done unwholesome in the past, forget about it, right? Forget about it. Just focus on present moment. That is the good way to remove remorse. I think 6 years ago, one of the guys take suggestion. Actually, I have shared this story here, I think. So one of the guys went to get advice from me that she has a baby. Actually, she stayed with her boyfriend. So her boyfriend refused to get married. So she went to get advice from me. Then I told, as you know, as a man, if I give advice to abortion, right? Abortion. So I no longer become a monk. Automatically, my life is gone. My life is gone. So therefore, in those cases, we are not allowed to advise for abortion, right? But if I say that keep back your baby, so that means I do not know. I cannot, take care of her life, right? So therefore, I told her to discuss with her mother. But later she abortion, right? How to use? She aborted her baby. Then later she told me that in her dream, or in the dream of her boyfriend, so that baby came and keep talking to her that, why you do not allow me to come in? Not only in her dream, but also her boyfriend's dream. Of course, she is so worried and she was so fear and depressed. And come and talk to me and get advice from me again. Of course, in those cases, it's okay to give advice, right? I'm not involved in killing the baby. Then I told her about remorse, culture here, right? So I told her that Venerable Angulimala, and he killed thousands of people, right? But at the end, he became arahant. He became arahant, right? So those killing do not affect too much. Of course, even when he became a monk, even when he became arahant, people, throwing the stones and sticks, beating, right? So when he came back to the temple, the Buddha said that Angulimala, you have done a lot of bad deed. If you do not become a monk, you will definitely go to hell. But now you have consequences because of that. Tolerate those things. By that time he haven't become Arahant yet, right? Tolerate those consequences. Then later he practiced the Dhamma, he became Arahant. Then given that example, so even though Venerable Angulimala killed thousands of people, he became Arahant. But what you did is a little bit compared to Venerable Angulimala. She feel released. Then I told her that do not do it again. From now on, trying to refrain from killing any living beings. So actually this is one, just focus on present moment, right? So that is, I think, whoever here, if you have something wrong in the past, and then something you did is just a little bit compared to Venerable Angulimala. So I think we have to forget about the past, right? So start from now and live in the present moment. That is the way to remove remorse, right? Remorse. So here also the Buddha said that do not regret the past or chase after the future. Here is very important one. Chase after the future. So when sustains or contains with the present moment. So thing that you have right now, right? So we have to be present moment. So regarding with this one, I usually share my own story. So when I was 50 years old, 15. Sometimes my pronunciation very important. The numbers are very important. So when I was 50 years old and 15, right? 50 years old. Yeah. Teen, huh? Oh, 15. Okay. Then I went to distro. Then I talked to Pandit Chaitra. I went to distro. He asked me why. I am ugly. Because actually I left my religion. I think that living in Buddhism, for me, if I live in the religion Buddhism as the ugly guy, and people will look down on Buddhism. Actually, it's very weird at the time. So the reason is I'm ugly because not nice to stay as a monk. People will look at me and look down on me, thinking that it's very ugly. So that's my sincere, I want to say, the thinking or maybe naive thinking. And he told me that there are many monks who are uglier than you. Then because of that, I became a monk. So actually, what I mean is, at that time, I am not content with my appearance. Actually, it goes on up to maybe over 22 or 23, right? So then I read and later I understand that, of course, appearance is very important. But we have to content, right? We have to content with what we have. So another one is up to 25 years old. 25 years old. I am not content with my life. So I think that I'm just learning all the time. If I die right now, what is my contribution? what will be my contribution? Then I think like this. So it make me, discontentment, right? So I don't like my possession. A little bit of hatred. So later I'm trying to practice to live in the present, from 25 years onward. Live in the present moment. So from that time onward, I'm satisfied with my life and my possession. So I did my best. So that's all. If I die right now, that's all. No regret, no remorse. So I think it's very important one. So from that time onward, release in the mind, freedom in the mind. That's very important message. So we have to content with the present moment. That is the message what the Buddha taught. So right now, how old you are, no need to be care, right? That's all. Just focus on present moment. Forget about the past. Trying to live in the present moment. Trying to do your best. That's all. No need to regret, right? So that is the way to eradicate remorse. So here the Buddha said that do not regret the past or do not chase after the future. So here, chase after the future means normally when we think about the future, we have worry and fear, right? No fear, no worry about the future, right? Just live in the present moment. One sustain with the present. So that is contentment. So here, so the higher happiness is not highest happiness. The most richest people are those who are contented. In the Dhammapada, right? The happiest people will take Nibbana, right? Nibbana is the most happiest things. The richest thing is contentment, right? That's very important one. This is one of the discourse that the Buddha taught to remove remorse, right? So regarding with the present moment, so there is one sutta, it's called Patikarata Sutta, from Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 131. So in that sutta, the Buddha said that spending the day by living in the present moment mindfully, with the mindfulness, is an auspicious day. So earlier I share one of the sutta. If you are doing good things, bodily, verbally, and mentally in the morning, that is a good morning, right? If you are doing good things, bodily, verbally, and mentally in the afternoon, that will be good afternoon. If you are doing good things, bodily, verbally, and mentally in the evening, that will be good evening. You don't need to approach to astrologer. You don't need to go to temple to have an auspicious day, right? You don't need to go to temple. You don't need to approach to the monks to get blessing, or to have a good day, or to have an auspicious day. So what you have to do is only three things. Do good things with your body. Do good things with your speech. Do good things with your mind. That's all. Nothing. Actually, Buddhism is very clear. Very clear. But of course, it's not easy. It's not easy like praying to the God. It's not easy. It's not easy. Actually, Buddhist teachings are very in line with in our daily activities, right? Very simple, very simple. Not too much complicated. So in this sutta, the Buddha said that to have auspicious day, right? That is for normal people. For higher or advanced Buddhists, that is to have auspicious day. So if you are spending time by living in the present moment with the mindfulness. So that day will be an auspicious day, right? So in that sutta, the Buddha talk about Vipassana. Let not a person revive the past or on the future build his hopes. For the past has been left behind and the future has not been reached. So here also the same. So we don't have to think about the past or we don't have to think about the future. It's talking about Vipassana. Pichokpana cha yo dhamma tata vipassati. Instead, with the insight letting see each presently arising state. That is talking about Vipassana. So in this sutta, so the Buddha talk about not to go back to the past, not to chase after the future. Stay in the present moment. So how to stay in the present moment? Here, wherever quality is present, you clearly see right there. That is Vipassana. This sutta talk about what is Vipassana. Vipassana means whatever quality is present right now, you trying to clearly see them. If arises here, see here, right? Suppose if you have anger in your mind, trying to see it with inside wisdom, inside me with the wisdom, carefully with the mindfulness. So if you have generosity in your mind, then you have to see it, right? But if breathing arises in, when you are breathing, the breathing will arise. Just see it, just observe it, right? So that is Vipassana. So here, in this sutta, actually is a very advanced one. The Buddha is talking to the monks. So here, living present moment with the mindfulness is an auspicious day. So when you are, whatever happening right now, if you just observe with the mindfulness, so that will be Vipassana. Whatever you see outside or inside, right? Or it may be mental state, it may be material one, right? Just observe it with the mindfulness. So that will be called Vipassana. So if you are living in that way, so that will be an auspicious day. This is a higher level, right? Higher level. So in Anguttara Nikaya, as I said, that if you are doing good things, bodily, verbally, and mentally, that will be auspicious day. So that is for normal people, right? Normal people. If you are advanced Buddhist, so if you are staying with the mindfulness, that will be an auspicious day. The Buddha said in that sutta, right? So here, if you are staying in the present moment, if you are staying mindfully, wherever happens, a good feeling or bad feeling, wherever happens, you just observe it with the mindfulness. So that will be an auspicious day, right? If you are meditating the whole day, that will be auspicious day, right? So the point here is, if you are living in the present moment mindfully, there will be no remorse at all, right? There will be no regret at all. So the reason why we have a remorse in our mind is we go back to the past, right? We are thinking our faults, what we have done something bad in the past, right? That is unwholesome deed. But of course, you can think about your life in the past, but observe it mindfully. There will be no remorse. Of course, you may have done something bad in the past. You can look back mindfully with the mindfulness. So that will be no remorse at all, right? Then you can learn from your life, from your past experiences. But without mindfulness, then you will have a regret, right? That is the way, a very good way to remove regret in our life. So even we think about the past, so do it with the mindfully, right? So regarding with the Vipassana, there is two definitions. So one is mindfully observe what is happening right now. If you are breathing, you can contemplate breathing mindfully, right? That is Vipassana. The another one is you go back to the past, then you observe it mindfully. That's also Vipassana, right? It can be two-way, right? Two-way. I want to share regarding with remorse in our life. So this is from forward email. I got it from forward email. I think it is a good example in our life. We normally have remorse like this man, Okai. And I am dying. A very beautiful story. First, I was dying to finish my high school and start college. Right? This is our nature. When we are young, we want to grow old, right? Thinking that we will have freedom. But when we grow old, we want to be young again, right? So actually, we are not living in the present moment. Sometimes we go back to the past, sometimes to the future. That is the nature of remorse, right? The nature of remorse. So therefore, it is important that normally I rarely say that I want to go back to my childhood memory, right? Of course, I remember child memory, but I don't want to become young again because I value present moment. Actually, staying present is very important. Here also, the guy, so that he was attending high school. They want to finish and go to college, not stay in the present moment. And then I was trying to finish college and start working. They're going, chasing after the future, right? Then I was trying to marry. Now I have a children to grow old enough so that I can go back to work, not stay in the present moment. No? But then I was dying to retire, not staying, just following, right? Chasing after the future. And now I'm dying. Stay remorse, right? Stay remorse. And suddenly I realized I forgot to live. Please don't let this happen to you. Very beautiful story, I like it. Then I copy. So I got this one 7 years ago. Appreciate your current situation and enjoy each day. I got it 7 or 8 years ago. Then I copy. Then whenever I teach culture, I taught to students. This is a good example for us, right? So when we are young, we want to grow old. When you grow old, we want to attend universities. Then when you are attending university, you want to do PhD. Then when we finish PhD, and we want to get a job. When you get a job, want to retire. Like this. So we are not staying in the present moment. We are not enjoying present moment. So here, meditation is nothing but stay in the present moment, right? Think about that. So you have to contemplate breathing, right? You have to contemplate wherever you're doing, walking or eating, or even when you're going to toilet, right? Stay in the present moment. So by staying in the present moment, no regret. There is no place for regrets or remorse. So that is spending day meaningfully. So in this way, we will have a auspicious day, right? Auspicious day. That's very good story. Then I like it, I remember it. Then I got an idea to share when I teach culture. The man, he realized too late. You're very lucky that when you were young, you came here. That even this morning, I had a conversation with the one gentleman who came and enrolled the diploma in Buddhism. Actually, he went to jam up to PhD level. Actually, he is still young, maybe about 50. Then I told him, I suggested him that actually learning Buddhism is not about degree. It is about spending time wisely. So it is good to go slowly. So in this way, learning in the class itself is meaningful. Actually, finishing this class is not important. Spending time wisely, right? So now we are accumulating a lot of good deed. For me, I have to make a lot of effort, a lot of preparation to teach, a lot of good deed, right? You make a lot of effort to come in. Not easy. Coming to the classroom, not easy. So it itself is a good deed, right? So by attending, at the same time, we are accumulating good deed. So I don't know, that I just share my suggestion to gentleman. So actually, he's very intelligent and got 2 master degree. He's very highly educated one, right? Highly educated one. So as I said that learning anywhere, getting degree is not important. We are learning about Buddhism, right? So even you got a degree, of course, if that degree is useful, of course, degree will matter to you. But if the degree cannot use, why? The degree is nothing, right? So the most important thing is staying in the class, listening to the Dhamma wisely. So that is the most important, right? But of course, we have a different idea. So I think that by spending in the temple, by attending the classes, then we are staying in the present moment, right? Present moment. In this way, no regret in our life, no remorse in our life. So that is the way to remove, right? I think that is a good story. It echoes our life, right? It echoes our life. This is a very beautiful one. How to pronounce this one? Lao Tzu. A Chinese philosopher. A very beautiful one. And he said that if you are depressed, you are living in the past. Right? Normally we feel depressed, we are reviving the past. That is depression. So if you are anxious, you are living in the future. It's talk about worry, right? Talk about worry. If you are at peace, you are living in the present moment. That is the same teaching with the Buddhism, right? The same teaching. The Buddha said that if you are staying in the present moment mindfully, you will be peaceful. It will be auspicious day, right? Auspicious day. So here, depression or worry, so that will be remorse here, kokocha, right? Kokocha. Normally, the Abhidhamma, the commentary, they will mention only the past. Normally, not only the past, but also the future. So if you are anxious, thinking about future, so that will be kokocha, right? Kokocha. Okay? But that is not a explanation from commentary. That is using the Buddhist teaching. Using the Pali Canon, so we can conclude that the depression or regret, thinking about the past, or worry or anxiety, when we think about the future, that also kokocha. Right? Not difficult, but okay. Sorry? I see. Very good question. And then, sorry. Thank you for your question. And very good point. So people normally think that contented, right? Contentment. Just staying leisurely. It's not like that. It's not like that. Look at the life of the Buddha, right? And he go to the forest and meditate for 6 years. Then after he attained enlightenment, he spent 45 years. It's not contented, right? Just staying leisure, not staying leisurely. Here, contentment means you try your best, right? Then you satisfy with your result. That is contentment. Of course, we have to try our best. Education, or accumulating wealth, or anything. So we have to try our best. But we have to satisfy with our result. So that is contentment. Of course, we have a misunderstanding about, we call it complacent, right? Normally, so for that reason, I think Singapore Prime Minister are very smart. So they always said that do not feel complacent. Try hard, right? Try hard. But at the same time, you have to content with what you have right now, right? So therefore, we learn mana. So when we learn mana, I give a very, I use a term, egocentric comparison, right? Egocentric comparison. Of course, we can compare with our wisdom. You can compare Singapore and other country, whether they are lower in status or higher in status, but not based on ego. Not based on egocentric mind. Suppose if you compare with the United States of America regarding with military, based on your ego, then down, right? But here, you try your best, but content with what you have, right? So here, complacent is not contentment. That's very important one. So I think the good example is the life of the Buddha, right? And he tried his best, and he spent all the whole his life to spread his teaching, right? 45 years. Any question regarding with the remorse? Okay, let's go. Next one. Next one is a sloth and torpor. Bhikkhu Bodhi translate as a dullness and drowsiness. Dullness and drowsiness. Sloth and torpor. Sloth and torpor are a state of laziness that display energy. Here, energy, mental energy, right? Mental energy. So if you have sloth and torpor, you don't have mental energy. Having no driving power, they reduce the capacity of the mind and the body to continue to walk. But here, I saw some people are sleeping. This dozing, or yearning, right? Yearning. It's not actually no need to worry. You see, it can be two cases. It can be two reasons. One reason is you are tired in your job because of fatigue in your job, right? Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this. Another reason is because of sloth and torpor. Sloth and torpor. You don't have mental energy to walk, right? Now listen the Dhamma. Don't be sorry for that. It's okay. You can sleep at the. You can come and sleep. It's a very sleeping pill, right? The Dhamma is a sleeping pill. So, two reasons you can feel sleepy or drowsy, right? One is because of tiredness. So you are tired. You come from the job. You feel tired. Then you feel doze off, right? It's okay. And second reason because of sloth and torpor, right? They reduce the capacity of the mind and the body to continue to walk, to continue to listen. So that is a sloth and torpor, right? So if you have a sloth and torpor, it's not good. If you are sleeping because of tiredness, it's okay. As you know, the sloth and torpor are the unwholesome mental state, right? Unwholesome mental state. When sloth is present, so the mind becomes weak and lazy to do something. So actually the commentary mentioned use the word the sickness of the consciousness. So as you know, we have a consciousness and mental factor, right? Citta and Cetasika. So Abhidhamma is very concise, trying to define a word in precise way. It's trying to give a precise definition. But here, according to commentaries, Tina, sloth means if we have a sloth, the mind becomes weak and lazy to do something. So just like that, if you are sick, you cannot walk, right? You don't have the energy to walk or to eat or to do something. So just like that, if you have a sloth in your mind, the mind becomes weak and lazy to do something. So if you are lazy, that means sloth, right? Sloth. Another one, so when torpor is present, one becomes sleepy. One becomes sleepy. This is very important. So the first one just reduce, become lazy, right? Lazy. But here, so the torpor is much more stronger. So if you have a torpor in your mind, sleepy. If you are made up, become sleepy. So actually, sickness of mental factor. As you know, the consciousness and mental factors are the same, right? No different. Question?
Can I ask you, if that's the case during meditation and sometimes we feel sleepy,
okay.
Does it mean that we are torpor?
Of course, yes. Later I will talk to how to remove sloth and torpor during your meditation. Of course, when you are sleepy, it can be two reasons, as I said. Because of sloth and torpor or fatigue or bodily tired. Sometimes you meditate the whole day, you feel tired, right? Then sleepy. It's not because of sloth and torpor. But sometimes you have enough sleep, but you even morning time you feel sleepy. That's because of sloth and torpor. Exactly, right? Exactly. So here, so when you have torpor, that means the capacity of your body is reduced. So when you have sloth or tina, the capacity of your mind become weak. So when you have a torpor, the capacity of your body become weak. Then become sleepy or drowsy, right? So that is the sloth and torpor. As you know, the sloth and torpor are unwholesome deed. Unwholesome deed. So later we will learn, so how many consciousness, so how many cheda they associate with. So if so, you understand, right? You understand in detail later. So Arahant also feel sleepy. So they feel sleepy not because of sloth and torpor, but because of bodily fatigue. It's very important one. So Arahant also feel sleepy. It is not because of sloth and torpor, because they have already eradicated all the defilements, right? So sloth and torpor are also defilements. So because of bodily fatigue, the Buddha also sleep, right? Because of bodily fatigue. And just like a plant withers under the burning sand. But the rest of the individuals, including Anagami, right? Anagami, Sakadagami, Sotapanna, and waterlings, Putojana. That they feel sleepy either because of sloth and torpor or bodily fatigue. So when you learn that, when you learn the association of consciousness and mental factor, you will understand this line. Because Anagami, they still have a mana, right? Mana usually associate with lobha. They still have a lobha. So, therefore, Anagami also still have a sloth and torpor, according to Abhidhamma, right? But it's not quite sure yet. So it's quite safe to say that Arahant feels sleepy, right? Because of, not because of sloth and torpor. How to remove drowsiness or sleepiness? So while during our meditation, Pasalayana Mana Sutta from Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha said that 7 methods to drive away sloth and torpor during our meditation. It's just coincidence that we learn this sutta last Thursday. I just repeating this sutta again. Even 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago we studied in the sutta class. So just coincidence. So in that sutta, the Buddha is playing 7 methods. So to remove sloth and torpor during our meditation. So as you know, the Venerable Moggallana, he became Arahant after he ordained 7 days, within 1 week. So he became Arahant. So he trying to meditate with the full energy, full of energy. Then, because of making a lot of effort, he feels sleepy. Then the Buddha knew it, and the Buddha came down and talked to him. Sariputta, Moggallana, are you sleeping? Then he said, yes. And the Buddha gave 7 methods, right? I think it is a very good sutta to learn for meditators. Number 1, so if you are sleepy, you should not attend to or cultivate the object that you are attending to. Actually, I copy exactly from the sutta, right? Sutta. So if you are sleepy, you forget about the object that you are meditating on right now. Suppose if you are meditating using breathing, in breath and out breath, forget about it. So you change your meditation method, meditation object. It can be you trying to observe drowsiness, sloth and torpor in your mind. Or you can change to other meditation method, just as observing the touching of your body and the floor like this. Then if you change your meditation method, your meditation object, drowsiness will run away, sloth and torpor will run away. If cannot meditate, then you can do second method. You have to ponder or examine the Dhamma that you have learned, that you have heard. If you remember Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, trying to examine what are the Four Noble Truths, what are the two extremes, like this. So, what is the nature of Sotapanna, like this, right? So, you're trying to examine. So, what is dependent originations? Then you're trying to examine. So, in this way, you are sloth and torpor will run away, because you are making a lot of effort in other meditation object. Here, you are meditating using in-breath and out-breath, right? You change the object and you trying to examine the Dhamma that you have learned, anything that you have learned, right? Suppose if you learn about the dharana and contemplate on the dharana, right? So in this way, so sloth and torpor will run away. It stay cannot. So you have to recite the Dhamma that you have learned in details, right? Just like a Karaniya Metta Sutta. So if you recite the Dhamma, so here the Dhamma is very important one. You don't have to recite other things, because if you recite other things, it will create craving or hatred. The Dhamma is very pure, right? Even you chant or even you recite, it will not create any hatred or any greed. So therefore, we have to choose the Dhamma. So you have to recite or chant the Dhamma or Karaniya Metta Sutta or anything, right? Anything. If stay cannot, then you pull both your ear. It's very, very good method, right? You feel sleepy, pull your ear. A very good method. And wrap your limbs with your hands. So you trying to wrap your body anywhere, right? Then this way, sloth and torpor will run away. So the reason you make effort to drive away, right? To drive away. This is a very hard method. You pull your both ears and wrap your limbs with your hands. Stays. That sloth and torpor very powerful. Then you get up from your seat and wrap your eye with the water. Trying to use with the water. In this way, right? Normally, when we have a sloth and torpor, sleepy, then you're trying to wrap your ears with the water and survey all the quarters. Look at here and there, right? Mindfully, right? And look at the constellations and stars. Look at the sky, right? As you know, the sky is bright, right? You are meditating night time. Sky is bright. Stars are bright. The moon is bright. Look at them, right? Look at them. Then your drowsiness will run away. That is the fifth method. If stay cannot, so you have to attend to the perception of light. As you know, the room is light. We don't have sloth and torpor. Then we reduce the light. You feel sleepy. More. That is nature, right? That's nature. So we have to attend to the perception of light. And you should undertake the perception of day in this way. As by day, so at night. As at night, so by day. So then, with a mind that is open and uncovered, you should develop a mind imbued with luminosity. And you attend to the bright light. Right? So in this way, sloth and torpor will run away. Normally, we feel sleepy night time, right? Night time, because of the darkness. So if you attend to or you think about the bright light and luminosity, then your sloth and torpor will run away. Then, how about if you cannot? Then you have to exercise and walk back and forth. The perceiving, thinking what is behind you and what is in front of you. With your sense faculties drawn in and your mind collected. So that is the last method. The last method, right? You walk in both, walk in meditation, and you observe, think in your behind and at the front. That's the last method. So even though you are doing walking meditation, stay sleepy, what to do? Go to bed and sleep. Go to bed mindfully here, mindfully and sleep. That is the best method. So if you have enough sleep, you will be able to meditate again, right? So that is the less. That is not the method, right? That's not the method. It's the way, right? It's not the way. So therefore, this one is not counted as the factor. So that is how to remove sloth and torpor, right? Sloth and torpor. Especially it's very useful for meditator. So you can get some suggestion from here. Then I will send out my note, right? Then you can practice. Actually, that doesn't mean that you have to follow step by step, right? But you can skip some of them. But of course, if you do it step by step, sloth and torpor run away is okay, right? But you can also skip some of them. Any question regarding with sloth and torpor? No question. Okay, let's go. Another one is doubt, vicikkecha. Actually, we have learned, so when we learn about delusion, right? Delusion-rooted consciousness. Doubt is a state of mind that is unable to judge or unable to see the object in a correct way. Normally, this is a spirituality, right? We are learning Buddhism. So here, doubt here means doubt about the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and trainings, right? Training. So that is doubt. That is the opposite of faith, right? Opposite of faith. One consciousness accompanied by equanimity associated with the doubt. So this is one of the deluded-rooted chaita, right? Deluded-rooted consciousness. So doubt is among the delusion. If you have a doubt, your mind is not clear. Your mind is deluded, right? So that is doubt, the nature of the doubt. It is the opposite of faith. As I said that, for those who became Sotapanna, doubt is totally removed. So therefore, he has unwavering faith toward the triple gem. So if you understand the nature of doubt, you understand the nature of faith, right? It must be removed with the right view or wisdom. So actually, that is the difference between Buddhism and other religions is that Buddhism trying to sharpen the mind. If our mind is sharpened, then the wisdom develop. With the wisdom develop, we see the object or the passing very clearly. So in this way, we have a faith, right? Most of the religions, they're trying to dilute the mind or pollute the mind. They create with the music. The mind is diluted, not sharpened, not clear. They're trying to have a faith. So therefore, the difference between Buddhism and other religions. Buddhism trying to develop wisdom through meditation or listening the Dhamma or open discussion, open debate. So their wisdom is developed. So when the wisdom is developed, the faith automatically follow. Just as I said, I know there is a God. I see with my own eye, right? So therefore, I firmly believe that there is a ghost, right? Just like that, Buddhism trying to develop and sharpen the wisdom by listening the Dhamma, by reading the book, by open discussion, right? So therefore, any of my classes, I warmly welcome any question. If I don't know, I don't know. Quite clear. But of course, you may not have a satisfactory answer. But anyway, still, any question is welcome. Because this is Buddhism. Buddhism trying to clear all those doubt, right? If our doubt about the Dhamma is clear, then our doubt about the Buddha will be appear, right? Appear. So therefore, removing doubt is very important. It is the opposite of wisdom or opposite of faith. So therefore, faith and wisdom come together, right? Come together. Any question? So here is a different, if you have a blind faith, you are likely to deceived, right? Full of faith, no wisdom. You will be misled. If you have a lot of, not a lot of knowledge, no faith at all, then you became too clever, too tricky. No faith, right? All the time examining, do not believe, right? Can't believe, no faith, and tricky, right? It became, we call it skeptical, maybe skeptical. I would say skeptic. So therefore, we have to balance faith and wisdom, right? Faith and wisdom. Okay, so now we have finished a 40 unwholesome mental state, right? Oh, here another one. So normally, doubt here means doubt about triple gems, right? The practice what we are following. So that is a doubt. But in Pali Canon, doubt is mentioned, simply mentioned, not believing, doubt about the enlightenment of the Buddha or 9 quality of the Buddha. Simply me. Pali Canon, if you read the Sutta, you will know what is doubt, right? Doubt here means you will doubt about the enlightenment of the Buddha. And you do not believe that. Is it true the Buddha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree? So if you have a doubt, this is the origin, right? The Buddha attained enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, right? Under the Bodhi tree. Because of that, he became the Buddha. Then he spent 45 years teaching that Dhamma. If you have that original spiritual attainment, right? Enlightenment, that is doubt, right? If you do not believe the Buddha, you will not appreciate his teachings, right? His teaching. That's a very important one. So therefore, but when we read the other way around, for those who become Sotapanna, as I said earlier, and he realized the teaching the Buddha taught himself. So therefore, he became the believer of the Buddha, the one who teach that teaching, right? So therefore, in Pali can I mention different way. Doubt about the enlightenment of the Buddha, right? When you read the Sutta, you will see that one. The same is the truth, right? The same truth. If you have a doubt about me, right? Pandit-Chakapala, you will not come, right? You will not come. There are many. No, is it the teacher, right? The teacher. So therefore, you have to examine the teacher. That is the clarity of the mind. When you learn the faith, you will understand the clarity of the mind. You must have the clarity of the mind regarding with the teacher, right? Then only you'll be able to learn, appreciate his teaching, right? Here also, Pali Kana mentioned that doubt me, not believing the enlightenment of the Buddha, right? And also the 9 quality of the Buddha. That is a typical explanation of the suttas, right? Okay. Very good question. So, learning the Dhamma under the one teacher, his teaching is not the truth or not qualifying, and doubt, right? Then stop going there. Actually, it's not considered as a doubt. So, doubt here means the moment you doubt about, right? Suppose you go in that and I will give that example. You go that teacher, right? Then you have a doubt about. Actually, it's not doubt. You are examining, right? You are examining. So when you know the teaching that he is giving is not the real Dhamma, but it's wisdom, not a doubt. Wisdom. Not in line with the Buddhism, right? Buddhist teaching.
But he still is teaching, and
yeah.
he still has students attending the class.
Okay.
So to me, it's like it can be my own personal understanding at this level that I might not understand, but that's why I stopped doing the class. So is that considered doubt?
Doubt here me is very good question. Actually, I have to, I think I have to clarify this one. The fact that here. Doubt here me, you cannot judge. You cannot judge. You are not able to judge the person. But now, if you can able to judge that person correctly, that is not doubt. That is wisdom, right? Then you stop going there. That is wisdom. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this. Here, doubt me, no wisdom or no understanding or no knowledge to judge the person. Let's look at the Buddha, right? The Buddha. So when you learn the teachings of the Buddha under so many teachers, you confuse, right? Then you start to think about whether the Buddha is a real one or real good teacher. Is doubt. Then you leave. You compare it to other religions, right? That's called doubt. But here, you examine or you evaluate a teacher, not the Buddha, right? A one person, then you able to judge or able to examine or decide that that person is not qualified what he is teaching is not the teachings of the Buddha, not in line with the Buddhism, that's not doubt. That is the right view. The right view. And you left that teacher. That's right view. Nothing wrong with this. So here doubt, hear me. Normally we always say with the triple chain, right? So when we look at the quality of Sotapanna, I think that it's quite clear. So normally the Buddha teach different teachings, right? Including past life, future life, and also, so the most important teaching is a good deed and bad deed, and also to understand the three characteristics, right? Three characteristics: impermanent, suffering, and non-self. Of course, many people afraid to talk about suffering. Many Buddhist teachers. Of course, we have to choose the Orient, right? If the Orient is qualified to receive the teaching, we can use the word suffering, right? So, especially we have to focus on the impermanent nature of the mind and body and everything. So here, doubt me, you cannot accept that teaching. Because you think that difficulty to accept this one. But of course, the nature of impermanence is not easy to see. Even we see, it's not easy to accept it or understand it. In our eye, we always see that people die, people give birth and die, right? These are changes, right? Impermanent. But even though we are seeing, we cannot accept in our mind. Actually, these are very clear indication of impermanence. So actually, the most valuable knowledge about impermanence is understanding the nature of your mind and body through meditation, mindfulness. So you develop mindfulness. In this way, your concentration is deeper and deeper. Your mind is quieter and quieter. Then you can observe your mind arises, disappear, arises, disappear. That is impermanent, right? So when you see that level, your doubt about teachings of the Buddha is run away. That is doubt, right? As long as you do not become Sotapanna, you still have this one, doubt, right? Doubt. Nothing wrong with this. So if you do not have a doubt about the karma and its result, you are a good Buddhist, right? You are a good Buddhist. Not just understanding, you fully accept it, right? You do good and bad deed, then it will have a reaction. Someone do good and bad deed, it will have a reaction, right? A good Buddhist. But if you remove doubt about higher teaching, impermanent, suffering, non-self, three characteristics, right? If you can, if we learn the last chapter, so we have to learn this one, the three characteristics, right? For now, we are in the second level of the building, right? Second level of the building. So what I mean is here, doubt, hear me, we always talking about triple chains. The reason is we are talking about Buddhism, right? We are talking about Buddhism or teachings of the Buddha, and the Buddha the teacher who teach that teaching, or the Sangha who are following his teaching, right? So I always said that Sangha here means not only the monks, everyone, including lay devotees, the monks, nuns, and lay female devotee and male devotee, right? These are the Sangha, if you are following the Dhamma, right? So here, we are always talking about doubt. So what are the something that is not doubt, right? Doubt in the meaning of words. So if you do not know the word vicikiccha, that's not doubt. That's not doubt, right? If you do not know the sentences, that's not doubt. If you do not know the names, and then the root, is not doubt. Even Arahants sometimes have a doubt about the Vinaya rules. He do not know whether it is to follow or not to follow. It's not doubt. It's not doubt. So in those cases, it is just vitaka, simply conjecturing or thinking. You're thinking the name of a person. You're thinking the name of the street, right? It's not vicikiccha. Normally, vicikiccha means doubt. Some people translate as a skeptical doubt, right? Skeptical doubt. We don't need to use anything, just doubt, right? Just doubt. So we have to define precisely. Doubt about Tripajim, that's all. Doubt about Tripajim. If you have doubt about teachings of Buddhism, that's doubt. That is unsandeed. So we have to develop wisdom, our understanding. So if our understanding is deeper and deeper, the doubt will be lesser and lesser, right? Okay.
Can you explain the difference from not knowing and doubt?
Not knowing and doubt. Question, good question. The difference between doubt and not knowing is very, how to say, not knowing is a moha. Not knowing is moha, right? So as you know, moha or avijja is the origin of vicikiccha. Because you do not know, therefore you have doubt. Because you do not know, therefore you have wrong view. So they are very close, very close. So they, everything is depend on not knowing. Not knowing is moha. Not knowing is avijja. Because of that, you have doubt. So the moment you know the Dhamma, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and you don't have a doubt, right? You don't have a doubt, or you don't have a wrong view. Okay. Any question? So therefore, now we finish 40 unwholesome mental state. Delusion, ignorance. In other words, not knowing, right? Not knowing. Shamelessness, fearlessness of wrongdoing, restlessness. So these four, according to Abhidhamma, are called unwholesome universes. So whatever unwholesome mental state arises in your mind, so they will come along together, right? They come together. Then we have a greed, wrong view, conceit, or egocentric comparison. So these three are under Lopa group. Hatred, jealousy or envy, or avarice, or remorse or worry. These four are under hatred. Sloth and torpor, it can be under greed, or it can be under, according to Abhidhamma, it can be under even hatred or anger. Doubt is under delusion, right? Under delusion. Under delusion. So now we just finished 40 unwholesome mental factor. So actually, Pali Canon usually explain a very important and higher teaching Sometimes positive way, sometimes negative sense, right? So when you want to become a good person, so you have to remove all these 40 mental factors. So if you do not have those 40 unwholesome mental factors, you don't have you have a good deed, right? That's good deed. The opposite of good deed. That is bad deed, right? So you have to try to remove all these 40 unwholesome mental factors. Any question? No question. So we have an announcement. Can you please wait for a while? Today, so sorry for being late.
Thank you, Brother.
Before announcement, let me survey one thing. Whether you want to take Abhidhamma exam, anyone? Abhidhamma exam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6. If we have 10, we will request Myanmar government to have a question. You have to take in December. Only 6. Oh, okay. For those who want to take exams, please write down your name. Or give the name to Sandra, so that if we have is 10%, we're trying to have a question from Myanmar government in December. So you have to take exam together with the Burmese. They will take in Burmese, you have to take in English, right? If you don't want, okay, right?
Okay, just bear for me for a few minutes. First and foremost, I would like to apologize for those students who came last Saturday. Actually, we did make an announcement the Saturday before that last Saturday is closed. But maybe this student, either they are absent or they did not receive our notice. Right? Anyway, we apologize for that. Next Saturday, next Friday is a public holiday, but Saturday is not a public holiday. So class as usual, right? Sorry. I'd like to make some announcement about some Dhamma talks, right? For these 3 months, August, September, October, altogether we will have 5 Dhamma talks. All the talks are by Bhantes, all right? But not Bhante Chakapala alone. First talk is this coming Monday by Bhante Gyana Siha, or we call him Bhante Siha. The topic is how to maintain happiness in the developed society. I think a lot of us is still not very happy with your life, right? So come for the talk. Second talk, 11th September, is by Bhante Tara. Some of them might know him. He's the chief monks in Mangala Vihara. The topic is criteria of a Buddhist. 18th September, talk by Bhante Chakapala, 2 aspects of morality, which is sila, the do's and don'ts, right? And 2nd October, we have invited Bhante Ratanasara from Sri Lanka Ramaya. The topic is, should Buddhists be conservative? So are you conservative? If you are, come for the talk. If you are not, also come for the talk. Right? The last talk is on the last day of October, 30th October, also by Bhante Chakapala, 3 types of happiness. So you see, next week is about happiness, right? How you maintain happiness. At the end of October is, what are the 3 types of happiness? So if you want to know, come for the talk, right? Thank you. Yo vadatam pavaro manu Jesu sakyamo Muni Bhagava Katta Gicho Paragato Bala Viriya Samangi Tam Sugatam Saranatam Upemi Raga Viragama Nijama Sokam Dhamma Masam Katama Patikulam Madura Mibam Pagunam Suvibatam Dhamma Mimam Saranatam Upemi Yatacha Dinamaha Mahu Chatusu Suci Supurisa Yogesu Atacha Pugala Dhammadasate Sangami Mam Saranatam Upemi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhante.